Hello, boys and girls. Today we'll be going over chapter 6 from the book Street Child. Do continue to make note of interesting words and phrases that you come across. Write a summary at the end of each chapter and do keep in mind the strategy of rereading a chapter. There's always something you derive and learn on rereading something, don't you? Now, before we move to chapter 6, let's review what happened in the last chapter. Tragedy stuck on told the boys to get out their instruments, and with a great shoving of desk and scuffle of boots, they ran to the big cupboards at the end of the room, only to be shouted at and made to do it all again in silence. "I've got it anyway," Tip muttered to Jim under the noise. His eyes were still wet. "Did it hurt?" Jim asked him. Tip shook his head. "Once Barrack starts hitting you, Barrack always hits you," he said. He blew his hand and stuck it back under his armpit. "Every day if he can. Just don't let him have a chance to start. Tell Barrack Tip did it if he blames you for anything. Tip will get hit anyway, so you might as well." A drum was placed on the desk for them to share, and Tip stood up and reached out for a stick. At a wave of the schoolmaster's hand, the hymn tune started, such a thumping and wailing that the washerwomen ran out, with their hands over their ears. It was like nothing Jim had ever heard before. Tim poked him with a drumstick and mouthed at him over the road to bang the other side of the drum with it. Jim just tapped it at first. He watched Tip to try to work out some kind of rhythm in the mess of noise, and he saw that all the boys seemed to be chanting something, the little black holes of their mouths opening and closing into the thunder of drums and whistles, while the candle flames flattened and danced like tiny white devils. "I hate this place." Jim could hear Tip's voice faint and wailing over the beating of his drum. He had his eyes shut. He thumped the drum in time to every word. "I hate this place. Bang, 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 bang." "So do I," said Jim. "Bang, bang, bang." He closed his eyes and put his head back. He shouted into the darkness, opening up his throat to let all the tightness out. "I want Dad! I want Ma! Bang, bang, bang! I want Emily! Bang, bang, bang! I want Liz! Bang, 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 bang! I want to go home!" Mr. Barrack raised his hand and the sound stopped, as if it had been torn away in shreds. Silence. Utter, swirling, hugging silence. Jim felt his thoughts stumbling into it and then settling into calm. He felt better.